And I'm gonna get into the comedy in a little bit, but this is an important part of the evening to me because not only is this a comedy show that y'all are receiving and getting, it's also going to be a panel about mental health and wellness in the entertainment industry, right? Because honestly, we are out here bad. Okay, we've been groomed not to talk about how we feel. And I'm coming from the POV as a black man, okay? A straight black man, which is out here in these streets in Hollywood, very intimidating. I don't know what it is about my beard. Like, I'm not a thug. Like, I'm a Pisces. I'm a very sensitive man. I ain't mad at you either. I'm not mad at you. That's right, man. Like, I don't even know, you know, why you said that, but I'm just no. I receive it. I receive it, and I'm not mad at you either. Okay, just want you to know that. Have you enjoyed your day? That's wonderful. That's wonderful, man. Did you get your massage? Okay, okay, okay. No, but I'm just saying that we don't really get to just be as black men a lot of times, man. Like our blackness is in a box. I remember I was in the 4th grade and I got roasted by this other kid. He's like, "Man, you a virgin." I'm like, "Nigga, we not." I'm drawing Ninja Turtles right now. I don't understand why you are having sex at all. Like you are gonna be a sexual predator when you get older. Like that is not. That's not normal. Like just let me exist. Like, I just feel like as black men we can't do that, man. Like we really just cannot emote. Like I just want to be a real boy. I'm the Pinocchio of black man. I just want to be a real person, man. And I just feel like we don't get to do that. Like I like MC Hammer growing up. Love MC Hammer. I got roasted by other kids because who didn't like MC Hammer? Okay, they're like my parents would not let me listen to the hardcore stuff. I couldn't listen to Snoop when I was 12. And y'all shouldn't have been letting y'all kids listen to Snoop Dogg either. Talking about ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Like what type of song is that? For a 6th grader. We didn't even know we was talking about gangbangs. Like we did not. We didn't know. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all streaming like, what is this right now? And this is my mental health. So like, don't be bougie and weird and be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about what you won't know. This is my time. This is my time to talk about what makes me happy. So we're gonna get all of it. All right. I'm Dave. I'm from Chicago. Hello. Hello. Former school teacher. All right. And that was a job I should not have been doing. Not because I just wasn't. They beat my ass, okay? Like I wasn't tough enough to be in Chicago teaching them kids. I was like trying to save the world. You know, I went to Morehouse. I thought I was gonna come back and be like, you know, Martin Luther King. I don't know. Them kids stole my laptop on the regular, and then God told me to stop teaching one day. I remember these 2 girls were fighting in my classroom, and when you up high in schools, you don't have security. You use security, so you got to break up the fight. So I run to break up the fight. I don't make it. At some point in this day, the heavens opened up in my classroom, and just saw this bright light. I felt like when Paul was on Damascus, right, and that light hit him, and this figure floated down to me. And he handed me my W-2 from the previous school year, right? And he showed me that I had only made $17,000 the last 2 years total in this school. And he pointed to the kids fighting. And he said, "David." I said, "Yes, God. Get out of here," right? And that was my last day teaching because I knew that wasn't my calling. Also, I wasn't a good teacher because I was a comedian. And I think part of being a comedian now that I'm like being honest about is the fact that you can be a comedian and not drink. Like that's what it is. But that wasn't my life back in the day. Like I used to get it in. I used to come to school. I was the teacher who showed movies all the time. You know, if you saw movies in classrooms, that was a special day. You might get that Friday before Christmas, that Friday before summer vacation. They wheel in that big ass TV that was duct taped to the, you know that thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you pull out the paper, put some popcorn on the paper. You don't do no lesson. You just eat popcorn, you go to sleep. We did that every Tuesday in my classroom. Because on Mondays, I went to Buffalo Wild Wings, right? And they would have open mics for aspiring comedians. And I would have a good time. But Tuesdays would be rough, right? So I got caught showing I Am Legend in my geometry class one day. Now this is no, don't lie. This is 2008. This is a prime movie to be watching in 2000. This is when Netflix didn't have streaming. Like you just had to get the DVD in the mail, right? So that DVD was hot, right? So I brought it in, and them kids were happy to get that movie, right? My principal came in. She said, "Mr. Helem, you can't show no more movies in your classroom. This is gonna be your second strike. If you do it again, I gotta fire you, right?" I said, "I'm sorry, man. Won't happen again." Now y'all not gonna like this joke. I'm gonna just say this right now because I know this is just my story about stuff, man. So I'm not showing movies no more in this classroom. Why are these lights blinking in my eye? Like, okay, is it me? Like, am I having a seizure or do y'all see this? Okay, all right. I'm 43. Okay, things like that happen in your 40s, man. Yeah, it's real. This is real. Let me finish the story. And I'm gonna come back to being 43 in a second. So I couldn't show no more movies, but I had to let the kids do something for 90 minutes because I'm just okay. You talking to me? You talking to him? Okay. The kids still had blocks to fill during this 90 minutes, so I'm not showing movies, but I said, you know what? Let's play a game. So we played a game called Secret Roast. Secret Roast is a game where I would give each kid an index card, right? And the kids would have to roast each other on the card, but it's a secret. You can't, don't shake your head, man. Like, it's fun. It gets them to think, right? They got to roast somebody in the classroom. They all friends, right? It's a good time. But they cannot name the person who they roasting. They can only write it down on the paper. Then they pass the cards up to me, and I read the card out loud, and the kids have to yell out the name of the student who they think it is, right? So the card may say something like, "Man, he stank," right? Like that's not his fault, but every day it's a problem, right? And they be like, "That's Chris," and we laugh because, it is Chris, and now Chris know that we need to have a chat about just hygiene with Chris, right? So I made that story up. I'm lying about Chris because I'm giving you something that is going to make you feel you understand how the game works. That's not what happened the last time I played this game. Um, so I had a kid that was in a wheelchair, right? And I didn't tell the kids to not roast a boy in a wheelchair because to me, it don't make sense. Like, I don't got to tell you to not roast kids with needs, right? So if I'm on Chicago on the west side, right? And I'm like, I ain't got to say that. They know. Then I get this card, and the card said he looked like a half transformer, right? And I'm like, I said, what are y'all talking about? This don't make no sense. Y'all wasting my time as I waste your time. Like, this is trash, right? And then I made eye contact with the dude, and I was like, damn. Like, I got emotional because even though it was very mean and cruel, for them to be that precise with that roast at that grade level of reading, I was like, man, like I'm doing my job somewhere, right? So, and the dude he was mad, and I know who did it. I called him up. I said, "Quantavious, come here." I said, "Quantavious, come here." I said, "Look, man." I said, "Look, Quantavious." I said, as a 22-year-old sophomore, okay, like you know better than that, Quantavious. Now some of y'all like, hey, this is uncomfortable, and I said yes, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm gonna keep going because you know what, this is my truth, and I'm just telling stories. I'm 43. I find joy in just making you a little uncomfortable, trying to make you feel good about stuff, I'm 43, just had my first child, 10 months old. Thank you. I should have started off there, I guess. Maybe like I'm 40. The worst thing about being 43 with a newborn is that I think it's just marriage in general. Like, it's not that marriage is bad. It's just the stuff that you used to just have fun doing. You just can't really celebrate no more. Like, Halloween, It sounds, well, I mean, I love her, you know what I'm saying? It's not like it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's good. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's good, right? So, I love black people. It's like you just, you don't sound like you happy. You don't even look at me, ma'am, as you say these things to me. It's not that I'm not happy. It's just that we just don't get to have the same, like, I used to enjoy Halloween. 2005, I'm 24 in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Rick James. I am Rick James for Halloween. I got the white girls. I got beads, like the pants, the guitar. I'm Rick. I'm Rick, man. It was a fun time. It was a great time. 2023, October 31st, uh, last year. We are avocado toast as a family. Okay, I'm not lying. Like we had a family outfit. I was the bread because I got a wide back, right? And my wife was the egg. The baby is the avocado. And what made it worse is that I came down with the bread on, and she said, "You don't got on the tights, right? So go put the tights on because we got the tights on." So I put the tights on, and so to answer your question, like yes, I love my wife, but there's times when I don't want to put avocado with leggings on because that's just not my idea of fun. It's very real. I like I like your energy. Okay, so I came up here to warm y'all up, and it's crazy because like this is a day we talking about mental health, and y'all been drinking juice, and ain't nothing better than sober just comedy like at 6 o'clock in the when the lights it is a time when you just be like, oh my god, like because y'all just piping with energy like we turn, you know what I'm saying? And as you see, they have removed all the alcohol from the back, so if you're thirsty. Go to the little Mexican grocery store across the street, get some cerveza, and drink it in the car. All right. Coming to the stage, man. This young lady is here to tell her story, and I need you all to give her way more energy than you gave me. All right, way more. I mean, you can do it to me. Don't do it to our guests coming up on this show because it's an amazing comedy show. I need you all to start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. Start clapping right now for Nasicea Laci, everybody. Hey, keep it going. Keep it going. Hey, turn up.
Hello, how's everybody doing? All right, so I'm here to just tell you a little bit about my story. To start it off, I want to start with a verse from Matthew 9:36-38. So I'm gonna give you a little background. So the background about this is that Jesus was out, he was healing people all day. So he looked out into the crowd and he says, when he saw the crowds, he was moved with compassion and pity for them because they were dispirited and distressed, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, the harvest is indeed plentiful, but the workers are few. So pray to the Lord of harvest to send out workers into his harvest. So I asked, like, what does this mean? And it means two things. It talks about Jesus' compassion, but also the people's condition. And I want to know more about it, so I Googled it. Whenever I don't know something, I Google. So Google said, well, the people, they were suffering from poverty. Many of the people were poor and struggling to survive. Loneliness. Some people might have had resources, but were lonely and miserable within. Also harassment. The crowds had been robbed of the rest, either by their own making or because of the uncaring or cruel ways of society. It also says that spiritual abandonment, their spiritual abusers, Israel's religious leaders, had harassed and abandoned them. So that sounds familiar to me. I don't know about you guys, but it sounds very familiar to me. Because at this time of my life, it's been such a struggle for me, It seems like when I pay one bill, there's another one. And I'm not even done paying that bill, another one comes, So this verse reminds me that, God is here. He cares us. He sees us. He sees you in distress. He sees your pain. And all he wants you to do is just to come to him, you know? Psalms 55:22 says, cast your burden on the Lord, meaning give your worries, give your troubles to him, release it to him. He will sustain, uphold you. He will never allow the righteous to be shaken. That means slip, fall, or fail. So he'll never let the righteous slip, fall, or fail. Now, I don't know about some of y'all, but I haven't been righteous my whole life. I have not, Those are times in my life where I walked away from God. And I did that because I had no connection to him. I did not know him. Now, I grew up in a Christian home. So Sundays, we was at church. Saturdays, we had Bible study. But I did not understand God. I didn't know who he was. I couldn't connect to him. So since there was no connection, there was nothing for me to do. And I heard about his miracles. I heard about all the wonders he had done. But I looked at the world and I said, man, the world is so evil. If God is real, then where is he? Why does he come down and just smite all these evil people? And why doesn't he answer my mom's prayer? She's been asking for like this $1 million in this house for a very long time. Like, where is God? So I ended up leaving. After I got old enough, I went out to college. And not right away, but I did end up leaving God. And I found myself doing a lot of things. I got, lost in lust and fornication, got brokenhearted. Excuse me, this is my first time doing this, excuse me. And when I was coming up, I had self-image problems. I had like self-acceptance problems. And so it was very easy for people just to break me. Very, very easy. I didn't know who I was at all. I didn't identify with God or his people because, I had no connection with him. So, I became very depressed. And I was suicidal at a point. There was this time when I was homeless, and I was in an emotionally abusive relationship. And at that time, I decided, I'm done. I don't even want to be here anymore. And my plan was to take a bottle of pills and alcohol, and I was going to end it all. And at this time, I was sitting in my car. And it's impossible because I was living in my car, but I was taking the pills and the bottles of alcohol, and I had sat them down in front of me so I can let what I had taken ingest. But nothing was happening. So I reached for it again so I could take more, but it's like the bottle disappeared. I couldn't find it, which is impossible because I'm in the back seat of my car. Where did it go? So at that time, that's when I knew that God wanted me here for a reason, Now, I didn't go to God right away. At that time, my issues with alcohol and weed became worse because it reminded me of death. The weed was so heavy and alcohol was so heavy that I would just pass out. So I was taking it for that, but it wasn't until years later when I decided, or I heard, or I felt like I was living too low and I was supposed to be called to a higher purpose. So I turned on the TV one day, looked at YouTube, and believe it or not, Tyler Perry happened to be doing a sermon. Out of all things, he was doing a sermon at Joel Osteen's church talking about living your dreams. And those dreams are put inside of you, they come from God, So I started to listen to that. And I kept in tune. And I turned on T.D. Jakes. And that led me to Mike Todd and Keon Henderson and so many, And eventually I turned my life back over to God. So in closing, I'm here just to say that if you feel that tug inside of you, if you feel like something is calling you to a higher purpose, listen to it, because that's God. He's talking to you. And all he wants you to do is to cast your worries on him, lay your burdens on him, pray. He'll help you. That's all I have, you guys. Thank you.
Keep clapping, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's see. Ugh. We needed the word today, man. Just after the massage and the sea moss drinks upstairs. Did y'all get the sea moss? What is sea moss? Do we know? I'm serious. Like, black folks, we just do a whole lot of stuff. I don't go to the doctor. I just talk to squirrels. That's not even science. What are you talking about, man? What are you doing? All right, man. We're gonna keep this show moving. All right, no. I need energy. There we go. I saw this next comedian at the Miracle. I saw you doing some cool things with Michael Collier, and I'm gonna let her tell y'all more about who she is. Start clapping right now for the hilarious Dechelle Richardson, everybody!
Thank you very, right, cut it, DJ. Thank you so much. Give it up for your host. How y'all doing today? Man, that was interesting. This has been the most interesting comedy show I've been at so far. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was like, he said, next comedian coming up, and she was like, I'm gonna tell you my story. Matthew 24:14. See, Jesus was in the field. I was like, this is serious. We've been having a mental health day all day today. I don't know if y'all been mental healthing with us, but we've been doing it since 7:30 this morning. I mean, you can clap for that if you want to, but I'm tired. Somebody asked me, they was like, what? This was a great event. What could we have done to, make it better? I was like, end it. We should be done with this. Like, this should be over already. Like, why are we still here? You feel me? We hey, check out. Hey, thank y'all so much for all the help y'all gave me. Y'all been here all day, man. Appreciate that. Listen, I came up them tiny stairs. Let me tell you. That's a lot for me, okay? I can't stand tiny stairs because it seems like they cool, like this is not a big deal, it's 2 steps, but in actuality, this is more than you think it is, especially with this bone structure I got. Remember when they used to say he was big boned? I was like, let me see the x-ray, nigga. Like, as you talking. Let me see the x-ray of these big bones I got. Get the fuck out of here. No, it's crazy because a lot of people are buying this body right now. And I just don't understand that. If I was in a grocery store and this body was on the shelves, I would walk right past it like, oh, that's too much. I don't need that. I don't need that much. This is a Costco body right here. This is you got a meal prep with this body. Oh man, it's a lot. But they are buying, BBLs and all of that. But I think it's really interesting. They never buy the knee and ankle accessories. I be like, how are you? You don't never hear nobody getting their knees done after the BBL. You feel me? I'm like, how you gonna hold that up? How are you about to do that? Because I'm struggling. Every time I get up, you can hear my knees and ankle like, sit down. God, he moving around. Oh, man. That's crazy. I want y'all to know that I'm really, really smart, too. That wasn't even... That was a setup. That wasn't even the... He must think I'm dumb. Anyway. I'm really, really smart. I've been in community college for 10 years now. That's right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's right. Thank you very much. Um, Anybody want to know why I was in community college for so long? Why do you think? He was there with me. Uh, why do you think I was in community college so long? No, that is not as financial aid. Name another place where you can get financial aid. I'll wait. Nowhere. Like outside of college, my credit is trash. I can't get a loan for nothing. Inside of college, every semester. I was like, I'm never leaving this place. A degree? What? That sounds like the cap on my money is what it sounds like. The degree of how much money I'm going to have is what it sounds like. Nah, but my favorite thing about community college was the big words. I love using big words to get me out of confrontations. You know what I mean? It looked like I'm a fighter, but I'm not. Like, if somebody had a problem with me, I just drop an educated word on them. I'd be like, hey, man, it'd behoove you to back up. Once I drop that behoove you, they be bewildered. As you can see, I only did the B section in college. Only made it to my B's. Is that my time? Oh, that is it? Okay. You don't got a light or nothing? This your first comedy show? I'm gonna leave y'all with this one. I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. Anybody slam a door in a Jehovah's Witness face before? You brought kid. Oh, you slammed the door in the Jehovah's Witness kid's face too. You shut it. Oh, okay. Shut it. That being a I'm not a Jehovah's Witness no more because they will disfellowship you. But my favorite part was making people hide in their own house because it was the gangsterest thing I ever did in my whole life. Like, when I would come up, people would be washing their cars, having a good time on a Saturday morning. As soon as they see us, they running, water hose still running, the blinds is shaking. You like, yeah, I know you in there. You gonna come out and get this good news. It'll behoove you to come get this good news. All right, y'all trying. Hey, I've been Shelly Shell. Y'all have a good one.
No, keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. We doing it. I told you, it's a job. Doing comedy at 6 p.m., not a drop of water, not this is alcohol, but, and y'all look parched. Or tired. Are you showing off? Because you got your own water? What's your name, dog? LaDon. LaDon. Okay. See, I feel like that was a lot of sarcasm in that, sir. Like I genuinely care about you, right? I appreciate that, brother. It's filtered water too? Where you from? Dallas, Texas. Okay. You know what? No, it's nothing bad I'm gonna say about that, man. Like this is what black men like. We don't have moments like this. This is tender. You offer me some water. You got on pastels. Like it's. We doing it, man. We doing it. We're going to keep this soul train moving, man, because, like I said, we got 2 more comics for y'all, and then we have an amazing panel of some real things to get into that I think will be pretty enjoyable. Coming to the stage, this person is the host of the Netflix Is a Joke radio program. Start clapping right now for the one and only Miss Lydia Robinson!
Give it up for me. So we're supposed to tell our stories. First of all, I would like to thank the young lady who gave that lovely sermon. I do love the Lord, but I am a heathen. Every weekend, I get it popping. I mean, and every Monday, my boss wants to know what I did over the weekend. Can you imagine if you told your boss what you really did over the weekend? Well, Friday when you let me off early, I went to go find some weed. And I drove around for a little while, found the weed, and me and my girls stayed up all night drinking and smoking until like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then Saturday, we got up in the same clothes and went to go get something to eat. Saturday night, I went to a party and I met this really cute guy and we had unprotected sex. And then Sunday, I went to the club and I drank and smoked. And when I do that, the mix fucks me up. So I got my first DUI last night. And I just got out of jail 3 hours ago. How was your weekend? Shit. Anyway, I love this mental health forum because it's like whoever invented that phrase, mental health, self-care, it's like a nice way to say, you know what, boss, I need like 3 weeks of mental health. Instead of saying, I need 3 weeks away from this job, this place, and these people. You say you need a mental health break. If you don't want to go out with your friends, girl, I'm taking a mental health night. You know? Self-care. And trigger. Whoever invented that shit. You're triggering me. I can't do that. I'm triggered. Like, they automatically have to just shut it down. Triggered. White people trigger me, but that's another. White people at work, huge trigger. Huge trigger. Lydia, I don't think we should hold that meeting. Don't tell me what to do. I said what I said. You're triggering me, you're affecting my mental health, and now I need a self-care day. Anyway, I recently turned 40. Now I have to pay all my bills, find a baby daddy, and then find a husband in LA. Everyone's like, oh, girl, dating is hard everywhere. I'm like, okay, well, did somebody cheat on Holly Berry in your town? No. Nope. I just want a relationship that I don't have to Google the fucking symptoms. Like, he only calls me on Tuesdays. Why is that? .com. Is he really gay? .com. He left his socks over here. Is he going to come get him? .com. Does he really love me? Does he want to marry me? Let me take this quiz. I just want to know. It's really hard. It's really, really hard out here. There's this one guy I was seeing for a little while. A few months, LA dating time. That's a long time. And I went back home to D.C. Anybody here from D.C.? East Coast? Well, well, who's here then? Where are you from? No, I'm kidding. Detroit. All right. Mommy didn't ever go there. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. Anyway, that was ADHD. Y'all saw that mental health issue? I went to Detroit to date and the guy to pick me up. So anyway, I go back home to visit my family in D.C., and I asked him to pick me up from the airport. I said, would you mind picking me up when I get back to L.A.? He said, Lydia, I've been thinking. I think I'm gay. I said, okay, well, can you still pick me up from the airport? Relationships are hard. My therapist broke up with me. Didn't even warn me. I mean, 6 years is a long time, but still, I would have, and she was so not shady about it, but I mean, this is mental health, so, I'm going to talk about therapy. She's like, hey, Lydia, it has been nice watching you grow and talking to you and seeing you try to reach your goals and dreams. And I just wish she had said something to, confirm that I'm not, too crazy to fix, I wish she had said something like, you are thriving and surviving. There's nothing more for me to do for you. Or, you're just, there's nothing I could do. I got to talk, or I would rather her have ghosted me. Just ghost me. Just don't return my calls, or don't let me make an appointment. I don't know. Oh my God. I recently did the natural hair care journey. Yeah, 5 years. Trying to figure it out. But what I did notice on my journey was the name of the hair care products that we have as black women. The white hair care products are like gentle, like Herbal Essence, Redken, Paul Mitchell. And the black hair care products have attitudes. As I am, curling jelly. Not today. Leave-in conditioner. Not on my watch. Instant detangling therapy. Who's that? Carol's daughter. I mean, that's how I hear it in my head. Carol's daughter. Who's that? Aunt Jackie. Single Domingo, edge control. How am I doing on time? I'm so sorry. I'm just up here telling my whole life story. All right, well, let's keep this energy going, I guess. Give it up for your host. Give it up for mental health, self-care. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you. Make some noise for Lydia Robinson, everybody. All right. Before I bring up this next comic, who's a very good friend of mine, I'm doing this show called Dad Jokes next week. And I want to try out some of these dad jokes on y'all. Can I give y'all like 2 or 3 of them? All right. What's brown and sticky? A stick. I like that. Why did Faith get kicked out of Biggie's cookout? Why did Faith get kicked out of Biggie's Tupac? Out of Biggie's cookout. Because she was supposed to bring the beer, and she only brought a Tupac. Okay, I got to work on that. She brought a Tupac because they was having sex. Okay, that was the day. Right. That's why you know how the song start off, right? All right, last one. What did the janitor say when he jumped out the closet? Supplies! I love these. I could just I don't even want to do stand up no more. I just want to do supplies. Get it? Supplies. You get it. All right, one more. What has 2 butts and kills people? Nobody? What has 2 butts and kills people? An assassin. No? You don't like that? No, because then you get it. It has 2 asses and kills. It's 2 butts and kills. Never mind. You know what? I'm sorry. Zainab, you were not impressed by that. I'm sorry. Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage next. This is a dear friend of mine. We're going to see him later in a little bit, man. You see this man all around the city. I'm going to give him his flowers in a little bit later. But start clapping for your final comedian of the night, Mr. Ron G., everybody. Let's go.
Hey, what up, y'all? Hey, show some love for all the comedians you've seen so far. Show everybody some love. Dave, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I'm depressed being here tonight. I don't know what's going on. Lots happening. He got the sitcom cameras. It was 7 people here earlier. I was like, you brought me here. I left my family to perform for some sitcom cameras and 7 people? This is too much. My man got on the scarf and shorts. It's a lot going on in here. She was giving scriptures. Whew! All right, we here. You picked the right person. I just got off my little bout with depression. Anybody else battle depression? Listen, I just got my smile back. I'm happy. I'm glad to be here. Y'all, thank you. Yeah. Getting your smile back? Because this is the funny part. When you're a comedian, don't nobody take you serious. When you battling for real stuff and real life, when you a depressed comedian, people look at you like a stripper with eczema. Nobody take you serious. You know how hard it is to do a body roll when you got to scratch your leg with your leg? So what brings you guys out here tonight? You guys came here for a good time. Like being a fat homeless person, nobody take you serious. Like, you must be new. I don't, security guard with an ankle monitor. So who watching this dude right here? Some of y'all might be depressed right now. You don't know it because you high. It's all fun and games till that weed clock out. For real, then you go home and got to deal with yourself, because you know home be the worst place. When you battling depression, you can't be home, because your house be loud and quiet at the same time. And depression be laying on your bed waiting on you to get home to my surprise, 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 surprise. You had a good time out with people? Come see me, come lay down. And then you go and get on your phone and compare yourself to your friends so we can snuggle. Come on. Come on, lay down. Come on, Tugga, come on. Depression be trash, man. Ooh. And then when you battle depression, you can't tell nobody, especially if people don't get it. You ever try to, because the thing is, too, you don't want to be home, and then you try to be around, you ever try to go around people, but your social battery be low? Like your emotions be on, unsubscribe, a safe unsubscribe. Now you around people trying to go to the club and have a good time. Everybody popping bottles, chest glitter, baby hair. And you be in the middle of the dance floor, just in your tree house. Everybody having a good time, somebody bump you, like. Outside be trash, too. And I said, when you go through depression, you can't be around your friends. If your friends don't battle depression, the worst pain on the planet is pain you can't point at, because people don't have a reference point for making it better. You ever tell your friends, I told my boy, I said, hey, man, I'm battling depression. He was like, hey, nigga, don't kill yourself. I'm like, look, I'm black. I didn't get that subscription. Like, I just get the I can'ts. Anybody else get the I can'ts? He's like, you want to go ahead? No, I can't. I can't. You want to come to work? No, I can't. I don't want to do nothing. Then he had the nerve to give me the number to the suicide hotline. I'm like, no, I got a family and I got a check coming Friday. I ain't got time to be killing myself. I said, you know what? I'm not going to kill myself. Anyway, I called the depression hotline to see what they was talking about. You know, these bastards put me on hold. I was like, I didn't really need you. I just want. All right. When you battle depression, you can't tell your family. Your family don't get it. I told my dad. He was like, know what you need to do? You need to go cut some grass. I'm like, cut. In my generation, when you work, you ain't got time to be feeling stuff, using all them fancy words like depression. Now I'm outside cutting grass in the rain. It'll be bad, man. Worst part is I feel like everybody in LA battling something. Everybody in here got something going on. You got a limp you don't want somebody to see. That's why dating is bad. LA is a hospital for talented people. And this is the waiting room right here. I'm next. Okay, cool. Let me go ruin somebody's life until I want to do better. That's all dating is in LA. Dating in LA is fixing up the person you're with so they can be with the person they're really supposed to be with. I said, you know, when to tap out, when you see them signs, you're like, no, I'm not doing this with you. I'm good. I'm ready to go. Everybody battling something. I went to go get a massage. I thought that was a good way to get away. I go get a massage. The massage lady was like, take off everything except underwear. Now I'm laying there in my drawers. Come to find out she was battling depression too. She was like, my boyfriend, he cheat on me. He take call, go see other girl. I'm like, are those tears on my back? This is what we doing? I was like, lay down. Now I'm massaging her. All right, now tell me about what happened. What'd he do? Take off everything except underwear. He did what? Oh, this ain't no way to live. We got up and hugged each other. All right, how we doing on time? That's 5 minutes too long? Oh, cool. Good. Hey, look, thank y'all so much. I've had a blast if you didn't. Comedian Ron G. And look, for real, thank you for the claps. If you are battling depression, let me tell you something. I see you. I see you. Everybody in here trying to hold it together in some area of your life. And nobody know. That's why dating is hard. People get to see your bumps and bruises, your scabs. That's why they show you yourself, and you don't get no days off. So I see you, and I'm rooting for you, and it does get better.
Give it up for Ron G, everybody. Make some good noise. All right. Give us a couple minutes to turn the room around for this panel on mental health with some very dope people. Stick around. Can't go nowhere at the bar. So just be here. Have a good time. We're going to make it look real sexy. See y'all in a few minutes. Hit it!